Hello viewers, you're welcome once again. My name is Mole Usinja Kateiwa. I'm a CEO of Tuhaurane Family Connect. So I'm here to welcome you once again to our YouTube channel, Tuhaurane Family Connect, where we engage people, where we engage families, where we engage individuals, when we teach about marriage, relationship, and family, family core values, and the emphasis about interpersonal and relationships, and even engaging with the community. So today, join me as we learn about, as we are going to discuss about the role of a woman in a home. You know that we know that women are custodians of morals in our society. But before we go that far, you all know that every time they say, they call you at a job place and they say, they advertise, maybe there's a position, or maybe you go to a company, or wherever you're working from, your position comes with responsibilities. Your position comes with the descriptions, the job description of what you're going to do, what your sphere of influence, and everything you're going to do, the do's and don'ts of that responsibilities, and even the qualifications that you need to make sure that you work on that job, or you produce, or you become productive in what you're doing. So today we are just going to learn a few tips about the role of a woman in a home. Number one, the first role is to yourself, because they said you cannot give from an empty cup. You give what you have. So that's why I'm saying that self-care is number one role that you give to yourself. You as a woman, before you give to others, because naturally women, we are givers. We are nurturers. We are ever giving. But you cannot give others what you don't have. So number one, self-care. When I talk about self-care, I mean different things. Physically, do you eat well? Do you exercise? Is your body physically in shape? Is it capable to handle the task that you're going to do? Number two, your spirituality. We know that we are all cut from God. We are made by God. So our connection, our relationship with God determines the relationship we are going to have with others. It is in Him that we get strength. It is in Him that we find our identity. It is in Him that we find our destinies. It is in Him that we even find our purpose. It is in Him that where we draw values and morals and principles of governance, of rulership, that are just and that withstand the seasons of time, and even go transgenerational. So it is very important for us as women to have our personal relationship with God, constant communication, constant personal relationship with God, not the one we draw from our husband. We know that the husbands are the heads of the homes. We submit under them, but still then, when it comes to spirituality, it is important for us to have our own anchor in God. Number three, mental capacity. What do you think? What are your mental processes? What do you think about? What do you take in? What do you listen in? What do you entertain? How do you think? What is your attitude? What is your perception? How do you look at things? How do you internalize things? How do you go about things? How do you solve things? Do you have that mental strength capacity to withhold the challenges when winds come, when waves come, when challenges come, both from internal and from external, when children come, when gossip and slanders and things come? Do you have that mental strength to reason, to remain sober amid these challenges and certainties? The other one I can talk about is emotional. We know that God gave us emotions, but these emotions are not supposed to master us. We are supposed to master them. Emotions are like antennas that we use to feel and sense what is happening in the surrounding, even in our own body and even the people around us. It is easy for you to feel different emotions. At times we feel good emotions, at times we feel bad emotions. But even then when we feel them, they are not supposed to master us. Emotions are like waves that come and go. So it is very wrong for you to make a decision because of what you're feeling. Today I'm feeling angry, so I'm going to abuse people. Today I'm feeling happy, so I'm going to do what makes me happy. No, as a woman, you're supposed to have your emotions in control so that you know that whatever decision you're making, whatever thing you're going to do, you are doing it from a stable mind and a constant overflow of what is not what is going on, but of the core that you have built inside of you. So it is very important to take care of yourself, to have good friends, friends who build you, friends who believe what you believe, friends who have values that you share, friends whom you look up to. Do you have people who you look up to as models, people who inspire you, whom you want to be like, who have raised their children well, who have good reputation and integrity in the community that you want to copy and imitate? Paul told the church that they should imitate him as he imitates Christ. So you as a woman, who are you imitating? Who is your role model? What books do you read? What information do you take in? How do you build yourself? How do you feed yourself? We have a tank inside of us that we are supposed to be feeding, because when you're powering out, you power from what you have. So I want you to emphasize self-care, because it is out of that self-care that you're going to give to your children, you're going to give to your husband, you're going to give the community around you, and you're even going to influence the other people you work with wherever you go. Thank you so much. Then the other thing I want to talk about is that women nurture and raise children. So as a woman, you must know that it is your responsibility to nurture and raise those children. When I talk about nurturing and raising children, I'm talking about proper things. There are other things I consider under there, like proper feeding. Are your children eating the right foods, or your children are always on junk? The other day, my child was saying that, Mommy, I don't like local food, I love junk. We told him that just like you hear the word junk, that means kasasuru. So the other ones were laughing at her, saying, hey, so you like eating kasasuru? So we must teach our children to eat the right foods, vegetables, fruits, and all that. Food that build their body, food that can give them strength, food that can cause them to perform and think and grow properly. The other thing we need to do is to monitor their growth and development. As you raise children, do you see them grow? Or they are stagnant, or they are stunted, or they are malnourished? So it is your role to monitor how your children are growing. It is your role to instill character in those children. It is your role to instill morals. Why you're the one who is always engaging with them. Yes, I know we have men, they are supposed to come along with us and help us, but the truth is that most times we are the ones who engage with those children at a larger should I say time, or at times English words are also there are many times you look forward to choose, but what I'm trying to say is that it is you who's always with those children. So the fathers will come in to give a hand, to support here and here and here, and also to help us and instill more values, but it is your role as a woman to instill and monitor character, emotional intelligence, to see how those children, how are your children relating at home? Do they love one another? Do they speak to one another well? Do they celebrate one another? Do they have a relationship that you see that is really being nurtured, or they are hating each other, they are rivals, they are competing with each other? All that, it is your responsibility to monitor and instill moral values, discipline, and core values that they are going to use not only in your home, but also as they go to the society. You need to remember that when we are raising children, we are not raising those children for ourselves. We are raising those children even for tomorrow, because those children are not always going to be with us. A time is going to come and these children are going to go in society. So it's like how you see an industry. When any company, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or any other company that you can mention, when they produce a product and put it in the market, when it is bad, the shame and goes back to the company. When it is good, we celebrate the company. So when you release those children, for us as a society, we expect that by the time your child leaves our home, they are a finished product. That's why we emphasize that family is very important. The other thing I want to talk about is you need to draw to draw a schedule in their lives, to instill systems in their lives, so that children can grow knowing that life has systems, life has principles, life has guidelines, and all that starts from home. The other one I want to talk about is home management. As a woman, it is your role to manage the home. It's like how you see managers. When a boss starts a company, they put a manager, and that manager is in charge both of people and the property. So meaning that the manager has to be taking constant reviews, has to supervise, has to evaluate, has to monitor, has to know what is going. Your eyes must be on the ground. You cannot raise children. You cannot build a home on a remote. You cannot delegate everything. There are things you can delegate, but there are things which you must do as a woman. So raising children, you cannot delegate, because by the time you come back, you will find when those children have grown and they have moved on, and you cannot call them back home to come and raise them again. So it is very important for you to know that you are the manager. It is you who knows, do you have bed sheets, do you have salt, do you have charcoal, do you have gas, whatever you use, are your clothes washed, are the husband's clothes washed, stockings, everything from the center to the center. It is very good to have people to help you as you do your role, but like I said, there are things you can delegate and there are things you can't delegate. You can delegate people to come and peel, to come and wash, to come and clean, to come and cook, but you need to do the supervision role. Because if a maid cooks food and it is burnt and they bring it on the table, and you will find, and the husband is complaining that the food is burnt, it is not the role of the maid. You should have gone there to supervise in as much as you didn't cook. So we should know that in as much as we cannot do everything for ourselves, but we need to supervise whatever happens in our home. If the children are going to school in the morning, have you seen what they have packed in the container? Did you see their uniforms? There's a woman who was telling me at one time, by the time she came to check on the child had developed a skin problem, and the whole body was really in wounds. And the maid had always dressed the baby and covered her, and everything was okay. And she told me that, Molly, I felt ashamed. So let's not wait to reach at that time. When you come from work, I know you work a lot, you come late, you go late, and you wake up late, but make sure that you make it an intention to supervise and see everything that is going on. The last one I would want to talk about, we need to create a sense, a safe space and environment for in our homes, so that people can express themselves. We need to create a sense of belonging in our homes, an atmosphere, a sense, a safe space where people know that regardless of whatever happens outside, when I come home, it is peace. When I come home, I can tell mommy, this one knocked me, this one abused me, this is what I experienced at school. That atmosphere, and that takes work, and it is a continuous process, because as children grow, they also evolve in different forms. A child who was at a preschool, tomorrow they are becoming a teen, and then tomorrow they are becoming an adult, and even those in different stages as they evolve, they require different knowledge, they require different skills. You move from instructing to mentoring and coaching. So all that, as a woman, you need to keep yourself updated and learning and growing and learning new things, new skills of parenting, new skills of home management, and you keep yourself updated. So, ladies and gentlemen, family is work, and these are the things that we cannot run away. If they chase you from the job, you can go and look for another job. If your business failed, you can start up another business. But when it comes to family, we are born in one family, and it will forever be that. Whether we move on and get married and do what, but we'll always have our family. And they say that East and West, home is the best. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to continue thanking you so much for joining with us, engaging with us, and we ask you to continue subscribing, liking, and sharing our page. And this is what we do. We go to communities, we go to hospitals, we go to churches, impacting and transforming lives, marriages, and families and communities. Engage with us, join us, and see you next time. I remain Molly Kateiwa. See you next time.